So you want to get behind the wheel? Well, Manitoba Public Insurance would like to help put you there. But there's a lot you need to know first. When you drive, you take on a lot of responsibility. You're taking your life into your hands, not to mention the lives of your passengers and others on the road. So, in Manitoba, there's a system called Graduated Driver Licensing, or GDL for short. It introduces you to driving in 3 stages. There's the learner stage, the intermediate stage, and finally, the full stage. In this video, I'll explain how you reach each stage and what you can or cannot do along the way. GDL applies to every new driver, not just young people. To obtain your first driver's license, you must be at least 16 years old or 15 and a half if you're in the Manitoba Public Insurance High School Driver Ed program. The first stage for new drivers is called the learner stage, and you get there by passing a vision test and a knowledge test. But before you take the tests, you must first register as a Manitoba Public Insurance customer. To register, you must visit an AutoPack agent. You must bring with you documents that prove your identity and show that you are a Manitoba resident. For detailed information on what identity documents are acceptable, visit mpi.mb.ca. The AutoPack agent will register you as a customer with Manitoba Public Insurance and give you a change particulars document. This will have your customer ID number. You will need this number when you go to take the test and get your license. At the AutoPack agent office, your photo will be taken and kept in the Manitoba Public Insurance system. The photo taken here is the one that will be used for your license photo. Once you have registered as a customer, you can then register to take the knowledge and vision tests. You must pay the $10 fee and make the appointment before you can take the test. You can do this immediately at the AutoPack agent office when you register as a customer, or you can come back at a later time. The knowledge tests can be taken in various languages, including English, French, Spanish, Chinese, Portuguese, and Cree. You will indicate which language you prefer to take the test in when you schedule your appointment. The knowledge test will be taken at a Manitoba Public Insurance Service Center or a mobile satellite unit. For mobile satellite unit locations, visit the Manitoba Public Insurance website at mpi.mb.ca. You can start preparing for the test by studying the driver's handbook, which can be downloaded for free from the website at mpi.mb.ca, or you can buy a copy for $5 from any AutoPack agent or service center. If you want some more help studying for the test, try the driving quizzes, which are also available online. The knowledge test covers your understanding of safety, driving, and the rules of the road. On the day of your test, you must have a document that has your customer number, such as the Change Particulars form, which you received when you registered with Manitoba Public Insurance. If you are under 18 years of age, your parent or guardian must come with you to give their consent. If they are not able to attend, you must have a signed parent consent form, which can be found in the driver's handbook. You should also have some form of identification, such as a passport, birth certificate, citizenship card, or immigration document. Check in when you arrive, and you will then take the knowledge test and vision test. Once you've completed the test successfully, you can now get your license. After you pass the knowledge test and vision test, you can get your license. If you took the tests at a service center, you can get your license immediately after the test. If you took the tests at a mobile satellite unit, you must go to an AutoPack agent. When you get your license, you will need the following: a Manitoba Public Insurance document that has your customer number, such as the Change Particulars form which you received when you registered. If you are under 18 years of age, your parent or guardian must come with you to give their consent. If they are not able to attend, you must have their signed parent consent form, which can be found in the driver's handbook. And lastly, bring money to pay for your license. An AutoPack agent or service center staff can access your knowledge test and vision test results online. The photo that was taken when you registered with Manitoba Public Insurance will be used for your license. If you don't have your customer number, they can access your photo and signature, which were recorded when you registered with Manitoba Public Insurance, but be sure to bring ID. This could include a passport, birth certificate, citizenship card, or immigration document. You can now pay for your license and congratulations! You've made it to the learner stage. You will be issued a 45-day license. Within those 45 days, you should receive your new license in the mail. If you haven't received your new license within 45 days, your driver's license is no longer valid. Contact your AutoPack agent, the Manitoba Public Insurance Call Center, or a service center to look into this matter. Your permanent license is valid for 5 years. Although it's valid for 5 years, you need to pay your driver's license fee each year to keep your license valid. You'll receive a notice each year reminding you to pay. The annual fee you pay for your license is based on your driving behavior, but I'll talk more about that later. As you advance through each stage in GDL, the license class will change. For example, if you advance from the intermediate stage to the full stage, your license will go from a 5I to a 5F. When you advance to the next stage in GDL, you will be issued a temporary license that identifies the new class you are in, and you will receive your new permanent license in the mail shortly afterwards. It will also show your new class. The deadline to pay for your license will be 4 months after your birthday minus a day. This means if your birthday was, say, January 15th, then your license must be renewed May 14th. Or, to put it another way, if your birthday is February 15th, then your license must be paid June 14th. Be sure to check the expiry date on your license. Your driver's license has some very important security features that will protect you against identity theft. The card is made of multiple layers of the highest quality plastic that makes it difficult to counterfeit. Your photo cannot be altered or removed without damaging the card's surface, reducing the risk of identity theft. The back of your card tells you the conditions or restrictions on your license. If you wear glasses or contacts, this is where it will be stated. It also tells you what class of vehicle you are able to drive. A passenger vehicle, such as a car or SUV, is a Class 5, and it says which stage of the GDL program you are currently in. You must carry your license with you whenever you are driving and be able to produce it if requested by police. The penalty for driving without your license with you is a fine of over $100, and it will show up on your driving record. What happens if you don't pass the knowledge test? You must wait 7 days before you can rewrite the test. To do this, you will have to go to an AutoPack agent or Manitoba Public Insurance Service Center to reschedule the test and pay the $10 fee. You are now in the learner stage for a minimum of 9 months. You must keep your driver's license valid for this period of time to earn all the required time or credit necessary to advance to the next stage. And now it's time to get behind the wheel. During the learner stage, you must have a supervisor in the passenger seat when you are driving. The supervisor will need a valid full license. This means they've had a Class 5F or a full license for at least 3 years. Also, the supervisor must always sit in the front seat and must be the only front seat passenger. There's more. You have to maintain a 0 blood alcohol level while driving. That means no driving if you've had even 1 drink, and your supervisor has to have a blood alcohol level under 0.05. You can carry passengers in the back seat, but everyone must have their own functioning seatbelt. There are also some other things you can and cannot do at the learner stage. You can't drive a Class 3 vehicle registered as a farm truck. You can't take an off-road vehicle along or across a highway unless you hold a minimum Class 5 intermediate stage license. You can't apply for authorized instruction for a Class 1 to 4 license, and you can't tow a vehicle. You can apply for a motorcycle or Class 6 learner license, and you can operate a moped providing you are at least 16 years of age. The reasons why the GDL program is in place with these restrictions is because new drivers are at greater risk of getting into a collision on the road. The stages of the GDL program are intended to provide you with an opportunity to develop the skills needed behind the wheel while under the close supervision of an experienced driver. This will allow you to gain more experience under a variety of driving conditions. Breaking the rules is serious. If you break the rules of GDL, you could be charged and fined and receive a 24-hour roadside suspension. You will also be required to attend a novice driver hearing, where your license may be suspended for an even longer period. Unsafe driving may also increase the cost of your driver's license. Manitoba Public Insurance's Driver Safety Rating Program, or DSR, rewards safe driving behavior and penalizes unsafe driving behavior. The way the DSR works is pretty simple. Safe driving moves you up the scale to more merits, which saves you money on your license and insurance, while unsafe driving moves you down the scale to more demerits, which costs you money. As a new driver, you start out at 0 on the DSR scale with no merits or demerits. Unsafe driving behavior such as an at-fault collision, speeding, tailgating, careless driving, or leaving the scene of an accident will cost you demerits. Breaking the rules of the GDL program, such as driving with too many passengers or not having a supervising driver with you, also comes with demerits. Having demerits means you'll have to pay more for your driver's license, so playing it safe makes a lot of sense. For each year of safe driving, you will receive 1 merit, which means you will receive a discount on the cost of your driver's license and vehicle insurance. The more merits you have, the more you will save. While you are going through the learner stage of GDL, it's important to practice as much as you can. Drivers 16 to 24 years of age are twice as likely to get into a collision on the road than older, experienced drivers. Although the Driver Ed program gets you behind the wheel with an instructor, practicing with a supervising driver outside of class is essential to help you build the skills you need to be a safe driver. You must keep a record of your driving practice. In your Driver Ed class, you'll receive a log. Each time you drive, record the time you spent behind the wheel, and you'll have your supervising driver sign to confirm you practiced. You must have logged 24 hours of driving time with a supervising driver to receive your Driver Ed certificate. You'll need to submit your log when you go to take your road test. After a minimum of 9 months driving with a valid license in the learner stage, you'll have gained a lot of experience under the supervision of an experienced driver. And once you feel ready, you can take your road test. Your road test must be taken after you've had your learner's license for at least 9 months, but you can book the road test up to 60 days in advance. Road tests are conducted at a Manitoba Public Insurance Service Centre or mobile locations throughout rural Manitoba. Visit mpi.mb.ca for exact locations and dates. To schedule your road test, you must visit your Autopack agent or a service center. You will have to pay $30 for the test at this time. When you schedule your road test, Manitoba Public Insurance will automatically confirm your eligibility to take the test. This means they will look into how long you've had your learner's license and any restrictions you may have. You're responsible for providing a vehicle for the road test. Prior to the test, check your vehicle to ensure all equipment is functioning properly. Before your road test, the driver examiner will check your vehicle's equipment to make sure everything is working, and also confirm that you have the proper documents with you. You must have the following with you at your road test: your valid Manitoba driver's license, a vehicle that is in safe working order, valid vehicle registration and insurance certificate, and a supervising driver. If the test vehicle has equipment problems or deficiencies, or you lack the proper registration or insurance, your road test may be cancelled without refund. The test may also be cancelled if you arrive late for your road test. The great day arrives. You show up early for your test and you check in. A driver examiner calls you, introduces himself or herself, and gets you to sign the road test traffic form. That's the form the examiner uses to score your road test. You then proceed to your vehicle. The examiner asks you to get in and start the vehicle. Some of the things the examiner checks include the vehicle's turning signals, headlights, brake lights, and front lights, the mirrors, horn, seat belts, and if the windshield is free of cracks. If the vehicle does not meet standards, the road test is cancelled. The examiner explains how the test will be conducted, providing you with an opportunity to ask questions. This is your only chance to ask questions before the road test begins. So if you are unsure about anything, ask now. Once the road test is complete, the examiner explains the test results and whether or not you passed. If you didn't make it, you will have to schedule a new road test and pay the $30 fee again. You must wait 14 days before you can retake the road test, but you can schedule it immediately. If you pass, congratulations! The driver examiner indicates on the road test receipt that you've passed. Before driving on your own, you will need to take this road test receipt to your AutoPack agent or a service center to have your driver's license reclassified to the intermediate stage. The class at the intermediate stage is 5I. Now that you've passed the road test, you've reached the second stage of GDL, the intermediate stage. At this stage, you have the opportunity to drive unsupervised. The intermediate stage lasts for a minimum of 15 months. You must still keep your driver's license valid during this time to earn time or credits towards your full license and be able to graduate to the full stage. At the intermediate stage, you have more freedom, but there are still some restrictions. Now it's okay for you to drive unsupervised during the day. You can have passengers with you, but the number of passengers is limited to the number of functioning seatbelts in the vehicle. If you're driving at night, between midnight and 5 a.m., you can only have one passenger in the car, or if you have a supervising driver with you in the front seat, you may have more passengers. The number of passengers is still restricted to the number of functioning seatbelts, and the supervising driver must sit in the front seat and be the only passenger in the front seat. You must maintain a 0 blood alcohol level. Your supervising driver must not exceed a 0.05 blood alcohol level. In the intermediate stage, you can tow vehicles and drive a Class 3 vehicle that is registered as a farm truck. You can also write for your authorization of a Class 1 to 4 license. You can now drive an off-road vehicle along or across the highway. You will be in the intermediate stage for 15 months. After that time, you will move into the full stage. Congratulations! You can now operate a vehicle without any supervision. For the first 3 years at the full stage of your license, you must maintain a 0 blood alcohol content. That means if you have even 1 drink, you can't drive. Let's review the stages. Learner, 0 blood alcohol level. Intermediate, 0 blood alcohol level. Full, 0 blood alcohol level for 36 months. This all probably seems like a while to wait, and it is, but there's a reason it's done this way in Manitoba, the same reason most other provinces do it too. As I mentioned earlier, new drivers have more collisions than experienced drivers. That's why new drivers must take their time, practice a lot, and gain experience. It's not forever, and it's for everyone's safety. In 3 stages, learner, intermediate, and full, GDL will get you on the road. And it will also get you home safe and sound.